Ahoy there, this is Derek, the convicted cinephile. And if you're a convicted cinephile yourself, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel down below. Blah, 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 all that stuff. So I'm doing the reaction to today's BAFTA nominations. I haven't cheated. I haven't looked at what they were. So the fastest way to do this, I figured, was just to jump on here and do a live stream. That way it requires no editing and the reaction is slightly more genuine. So the only thing I've seen so far is that All Quiet on the Western Front leads with 14 of its potential 15 nominations. So that's ridiculous and awesome. And Banshees and Everything Everywhere have 10, which is sounds about right. So that's good. I'll wipe my glasses off because they're always dirty. Yeah, I don't expect like a ton of people to show up for this or anything. I just thought this would be the easy way to do it. But Spicy 4K Action showed up, so thanks for being here. I only put an Instagram thing like 2 seconds ago. Uh, on the interwebs. So that's not gonna work. Let's do that. I'm just gonna get right into it because I don't have too much time. Got one of my cars in the shop too, so I don't know how long they're gonna take to get back to me. So let's just get into this nonsense here. Should I here? Let's go from the bottom up, make it slightly more exciting. All right. So they have the Rising Star Award, which is cool because it's voted on by the public. I'm gonna burp. I just inhaled a sandwich, so be prepared. We have Amy Lou Wood, Daryl McCormick. See, this isn't for like a specific movie, so it's hard to gauge like who some of these people are. Emma Mackey, Naomi Ackie. That's a weird thing to say one after another. Emma Mackey, Naomi Ackie. Naomi Ackie is the Whitney Houston lady from the new Whitney Houston movie, and Sheila Atim. Um, British short film. This is a category I don't really, know anything about, nor do I take much. Doesn't this has no effect on my like Oscar predictions. Let's put it that way. But I'll read them anyways because they deserve to be said. They have the Ballad of Olive Morris. I almost said Bazinga. Bazi Gaga. Boost Girl. And by Boost Girl I mean Bus Girl, and I forgot how to read the word bus for a second there. I am tired. A Drifting Up and An Irish Goodbye. British short animation, The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. Middle Watch, and Your Mountain is Waiting. It's only three of those. All right, here's the stuff. Here's the real Oscar potential categories. Visual effects. We have All Quiet on the Western Front. Like I said, it got 14 nominations and it was on 15 long lists. So it only missed one category it could possibly get in for. Now I'm just wondering what that was. Apparently it wasn't visual effects. The visual effects are good. Some of them aren't the best. Like I noticed the bad ones, but I didn't notice the good ones, so they're probably pretty good. So let's just put it that way. Cool to see that here. It's gonna lose to Avatar anyways. There's Avatar. The Batman, Everything Everywhere All at Once. See, I love the BAFTAs for including this because the Academy and even the Visual Effects Society were too bougie to even include it in their supporting effects category for their guild. They nominated those yesterday, I think. And at that point, they're just being assholes about it. Like, oh, they only had like 9 people work on that, and I don't want to nominate that because we get forced to work 70 hours a week to make a Disney movie. They should win the everything, the supporting effects VES award, not just be nominated for it. And they're not even there. So too bad. Their loss, I'll put it that way. And Top Gun Maverick, another one where the effects are fairly invisible for the most part, which is a good thing. But yeah, Avatar's going to win. I finally saw it the other day, and pretty much the only really, really good thing about it is the visual effects, obviously. Everything else about it is every other James Cameron movie, I guess. Sound. We have All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar, Elvis, Tar. Tar does have good sound. Unlike a score, which it doesn't have one at all. So I'm glad that's not eligible to the Oscars for score. And Top Gun Maverick. Those all make sense. No complaints here for the sound category. Makeup and hair, All Quiet on the Western Front again. Awesome. The Batman, Elvis, Matilda the musical. That's not surprising because it's very British. And The Whale. So the three Oscar ones I'm expecting to get in are all here. Makes me pleased. Hey, what's up, Jerry? Where have you been? Haven't seen you in a while. Except for on Instagram on occasion. Gotta remember to watch the movie collection battle tonight on, 4K D-Ray's channel, so if anyone out there watching this, part of the not in the know about the movie collection battle, the channel is called 4K D-Ray, and you should go there and watch it tonight. I wanna say it's at, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, I think, is when they usually start them. Basically, it's contestants being asked a question based on their movie collections, and they have to pick the best answer, and then the audience votes on it. I am the undisputed champion of it apparently at the moment. So I'm the one I'm most surprised that I'm to be able to say that, but it's kind of true. Okay. Where were we? Yeah, the whale. So all those are good. If that was I don't think Matilda is on the short list for the Oscars, but if the other four make it, cool. Costume design, All Quiet on the Western Front again. We're gonna be seeing that 14 times, like I said. See, it was one of those things. They were like, "Is it just on 15 shortlists, and then it's gonna get nominated for, like, 3 things, or is it really gonna get nominated for a bunch of stuff?" And turns out it did. Amsterdam, that movie. Babylon, absolutely. Costume was great in that. Elvis, makes sense. And Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris, which is a movie essentially about costumes, as far as I'm aware. Very itchy all of a sudden. "Hey, sir." Mr. 4K Lowdown. Thanks for popping in. Just me reacting to semi-predictable BAFTA nominations. That's the only downside to the long list is that it's like, here's what's going to be nominated minus part of this list. So it's like 5 or 6 out of 10 of these things are going to get nominated. So you kind of feel shitty for the ones that didn't make it because you know what they are. And they're like, oh, I was that close to getting nominated, but I didn't. Production design, we have All Quiet on the Western Front again. Babylon, no surprise there. That won at the Critics' Choice Awards for production design, but lost for score, surprisingly, to Tar, a movie with no score, like I already said. The Batman, awesome. It's nice to see the Batman in more things than just cinematography and visual effects and stuff. Elvis and Pinocchio. Thank you for putting Pinocchio in production design. That's what I want to see. I had that in my Oscar 5 for the longest time. And on the Gold Derby Awards, I think I put that as my number one to get nominated just because I wanted to help it out. And I honestly don't remember if it ended up getting nominated or not. I'll have to double check. Editing. We have All Quiet on the Western Front, Banshees of Inisherin. There that is finally. Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Top Gun. This could easily be the 5 at the Oscars. I wouldn't be surprised if yeah, essentially the BAFTAs are the British Oscars. That's like the how the easiest comparison to make. It's the British Academy of Film and Television Awards. So to the Brits, that's like their Oscars, sort of. So it's imagine the Oscars with more British people in movies. That's what it is. But it has some crossover voters that are in both the Academy and in BAFTA. So what wins here and gets nominated here actually sort of affects the Oscars. So that's why it's cool for all the Oscarology prognostication that I enjoy doing every year. Cinematography. This is already a good category. Oh yeah, this is good. Cinematography is always one of the better ones. All Quiet on the Western Front, absolutely great. The Batman, fantastic. Elvis, that's like the one I could do without, honestly. I get it, but I also don't think it necessarily deserved it. Empire of Light is Roger Deakins. Can't go wrong with the Deeks. Raji D. That's what I call him. Top Gun Maverick has been sweeping all the critics' cinematography awards and won at Critics' Choice, if I'm not mistaken. So that'll be my Oscar pick. It might not win here, but that'll be my Oscar pick probably because it's won so much shit. But if it was this 5 at the Oscars, I'd be so happy. As long as Elvis doesn't win, I'll be happy. Let me put it that way. More so than the Gold yeah, Golden Globes actually has absolutely nothing to do with, the actual film industry. It's just like 100 or 200 now, I think. Used to only be like 80 or 100, uh, foreign journalists. that vote for it. That's what the Golden Globes is. It's only a couple hundred people now, and it used as of this year. Last year was only like 100. So yeah, it's the Hollywood Foreign Press is who votes for the Golden Globe. So it pretty much only matters for being like, here's some movies you should watch. Oscars. That's really all they're good for. But as far as like people who actually vote for the Oscars, there's absolutely nobody. Same thing goes for Critics' Choice because the critics don't vote for the Academy Awards. They just like to influence them. Essentially, that's a better word to use. Where's Jeepers Creepers Reborn? Good question. I haven't had the pleasure of watching it. I don't think I've. That's the fourth one. I haven't even seen the third one. I'll take the first two and end with it there. I'm good. Casting. The category that the Oscars don't have that they probably should because they have a casting branch, but they don't have a casting award, which is kind of weird and stupid. I said that in one of the videos I made about Oscar categories that don't exist that have been potentially trying to exist over the years. We have After Sun, which is impressive because there's literally like two people in that movie. All Quiet on the Western Front, awesome again. Elvis, I get that for casting. Everything Everywhere, and Triangle of Sadness. No, I'm surprised that Banshees of Inisherin isn't on here. It's kind of weird. Seems like something it would get, but I'm guessing all four actors got nominated anyway, so they're not gonna cry about it. Original score, All Quiet on the Western Front, which has an amazing score, and I hope it gets into the Oscars, especially because Batman's not eligible, which is bullshit. Babylon, probably win. Fantastic score. Batman didn't get in here, but at least they had it eligible to get in. That's all I care. The Banshees of Inisherin from Carter Burwell. I love Carter Burwell. He does most of the Coen Brothers movie scores, and he's very underrated. Everything Everywhere All at Once. I'd have to watch it again to really remember the score. It wasn't really like that great that I remember it. Like it's not one of those ones that you like hum after you see the movie or it sticks out more than anything else. And Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. I can't remember if Everything Everywhere is on the short list for score at the Oscars. I think it is. I think it is for song for sure. But All Quiet is. Yeah. Once again, if it's those five at the Oscars, I'd be happy. Assuming one of them is assuming they're all on the short list. I can't remember. It's been so long since they came out. Animated film, they only have 4 nominations, and let me guess, it's the 4 that are gonna get nominated. Yep. Pinocchio, Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, Puss in Boots, and Turning Red. The only 4 animated movies that should even be getting nominated. And then the Oscars will have some random 5th movie that isn't gonna win, or has no chance of winning, I should say. Documentary? I need to watch some of these movies because, like I always say, I like documentaries, but I never take the time to watch them. All That Breathes, All the Beauty and the Bloodshed, Fire of Love. I think Fire of Love's on Disney Plus or Netflix. It's on some common streaming service. I want to say Net. I don't remember. It might be Disney Plus because it might be like what do they have on there? National Geographic stuff or whatever that is, or Discovery Channel stuff. One of those. I think it's part of that. Moon Age Daydream, which is the David Bowie documentary, and that was eligible for editing. Or I don't think we've gotten to editing yet, though, have we? Did we? I already don't remember. Yeah, we did. Okay, so it didn't get in for editing, but it got in for documentary and Navalny. So cool. Once again, I haven't seen any of them, so I can't comment too much. Film not in the English language. All Quiet on the Western Front, not surprisingly. It's got 14 nominations. I'd hope it would make it into that one. Argentina 1985, Corsage, Decision to Leave. There we go. The Quiet Girl. I think I had The Quiet Girl predicted. I don't think I had Corsage. I think I had Close instead of Corsage, but I got the other 4 right. I think. I might check after and see how bad I did on the predictions while I'm on here. Outstanding debut by a British writer, director, and producer. After Sun, that's absolutely going to win. It's like the highest reviewed movie of the year. This is of everything. Charlotte Wells, Blue Jean, Elect- Electric Melody. Good Luck to You, Leo Grand. That's supposed to be good. I haven't watched that yet. And Rebellion. But yeah, After Sun's winning that. No questions asked because it's potentially going to get in for like Best Picture and Screenplay and all that jazz. All right. What is this? Outstanding British film. Oh yeah, they have 10 nominees for this one. So there's After Sun again. See, like I said. Banshees of Inisherin, which is amazing. I could see that winning that, especially if it loses the main Best Film award. I think it's funny they have like 10 nominees for this, but only 5 nominees for Best Film. You think it'd be the other way around, but what the hell are you gonna do, right? Drive My Car missed so that was last year. Drive My Car was nominated. It won foreign film last year and was nominated for picture, director, and screenplay at the Oscars as well. It won foreign film. Did I say that? It was not just nominated, it won. I still need to see that. I'll get that criterion of it eventually because I like to own all the Best Picture nominees at some point. So maybe the next July sale, I'll grab Drive My Car finally. If it was a 4K, I probably would have bought it the day of, but it seemed less urgent. Where were we? Brian and Charles. That movie looks interesting. Blah, 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 blah. Empire of Light. Sam Mendes. Sam Mendes is great, but I hear the movie's, yeah. Some people really like it. Some people could care less. Good luck to you, Leo Grand. Living. That's very likely going to get into Best Actor and Screenplay and Picture as well. Roald Dahl's Matilda the musical. I'm gonna have to watch this Matilda now. It's on Netflix. I already, was interested enough to see it, but the fact that it's getting award nominations is funny. See How They Run. I want to see that too because it's got Sam Rockwell and I like him. The Swimmers and The Wonder, which I believe that might be a Netflix movie too. The Wonder, and it has Florence Pugh in it. Florence Pugh. Here we go. Adapted screenplay. All Quiet on the Western Front. No surprise there. Living. The Quiet Girl. That's big for that. She Said got in. Good for them. She Said is like on the cusp for getting in at the Oscars, and it's probably the only thing it's going to get. And The Whale. So what's missing here? That's weird. No Women Talking. I can't remember if that was on the their long list. I can't remember every single thing on the long list, but Women Talking is like the thing that's supposed to win adapted screenplay, and the fact it's not even nominated is, yeah, not good for it. It'll probably still get nominated at the Oscars because The Quiet Girl, more likely than not, will not get in at the Oscars. Living probably will. She Said might. The Whale seems like it's going to at this point. There's no Glass Onion, but at the BAFTAs, that doesn't surprise me. And All Quiet on the Western Front, obviously, is getting in here. And easily, I think this could be the 5 at the Oscars if you take out Quiet Girl and put in Women Talking. I think that could be the nominees potentially. Original screenplay, we have The Banshees of Inisherin, duh. Everything Everywhere, duh. Fablemans, hey, I got in for something. It was only shortlisted like 5 times, so good, I got something. Tar and Triangle of Sadness. This is probably gonna be the original screenplay category of the Oscars, exactly, like, it's probably gonna be exactly this. Will not be surprised if it's those 5. Yeah. So, probably the only category so far that would transfer over 5 to 5 and not be weird. Oh, hey, Timothy. Welcome. I'd say what you've missed, but basically it's a lot of All Quiet on the Western Front, which I told you earlier today to listen to the score because it's fantastic, and it is fantastic. Especially if you like the Batman score, listen to the I almost said Everything Everywhere score, All Quiet score. It's really good. Took me about 10 seconds into the movie, and I was like, "Holy shit, this music's great." Oh, supporting actor. We have Brendan Gleeson, obviously for Banshees, Barry Keoghan, Ke Huy Quan, Eddie Redmayne, Albrecht Schuch, and Michael Ward. Ooh, I didn't put Michael Ward. Oh, I'm so happy Albrecht Schuch made it. The All Quiet on the Western Front actors are so good. And if he made it in, the lead actor probably made it in. So that's a good sign. I didn't have Michael Ward. I had someone else besides him, and now I can't remember who. I remember having Eddie Redmayne. I was debating between Michael Ward and Eddie Redmayne, and I had Eddie Redmayne because it wasn't the Fablemans guys. Was it Brad Pitt? Maybe I don't remember. Either way, I got 5 of those right, so that's not so bad. Supporting actress. It's weird because they have 6 nominations for the acting categories, so it's never gonna be exactly the same as the Oscars, even, no matter how accurate it is. Supporting actress, Angela Bassett. I didn't This is the one I thought she might not make it, and so she's getting at least getting in everywhere, if not winning everywhere so far. Hong Chow for The Whale. Thank you. Hong Chow is amazing. Carrie Condon for Banshees. She's fantastic. I wouldn't be surprised if she won at the BAFTAs, and honestly, she probably deserves to over Angela Bassett because she's in the movie a lot more and she's fantastic. Dolly De Leon, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Carrie Mulligan. Good to see Carrie Mulligan here. That's good for her. She can get in here. She can get in the Oscar still. And get the She Said It's 2 nominations it's up for now. Stephanie Shu, I don't think was longlisted, which is bullshit because she's better than Jamie Lee Curtis in that movie. But hell, Jamie Lee Curtis is going to get the Oscar nomination she's been campaigning for all year long, and then she can be an Academy Award nominee, Jamie Lee Curtis. So good for her. She deserves it. Oh, yeah. I don't remember if I had Carrie Mulligan in this stack, but I know I had these other five in my predictions. Like I said, I'll find out. Lead actor, we have Austin Butler for Elvis, not surprising. Colin Farrell, Brendan Fraser, Daryl McCormick for Good Luck to You, Leo Grand, Paul Mescal, and Bill Nye. Oh, that sucks. So the one nomination that uh, All Quiet on the Western Front missed was its leading actor, and I really wanted him to get in because he's really good. I had him instead of this Daryl McCormack guy, so I got 5 of those 6 too. I haven't seen that movie. I'm sure he's great, but like that kid in All Quiet on the Western Front is so good, and it's his first movie. Yeah, it's ridiculous. That sucks. That was like the one thing I was hoping it would get were the 2 actors. Well, fuck me, right? Leading actress, Kate Blanchett for Tar, Viola Davis got in, Daniel Deadweiler got in. Oh, Ana de Armas, she's doing it. Emma Thompson, not surprised there. And Michelle Yeoh. I honestly, my 5 for the Oscars is this minus Emma Thompson. So I think I'm going to go with that. If Ana de Armas can get in here and at SAG and at the Globes, then she's probably going to get in at the Oscars at this point, which is impressive for a movie that people either really liked or fucking hated beyond all, like, all get out, I would say. What's this director next then? Director, All Quiet on the Western Front, Edward Berger, Banshees of Inisherin. Decision. I can't. Too many shishes. Can't say Banshees of Inisherin and then say something after that and not do shishes on accident. Decision to leave. Too many shishes sounds. I like the WSH sounds. Everything everywhere all at once. Awesome. Good. Good to see the Daniels getting in everywhere. Tar and the Woman King. Cool. Good for her. Good for the Woman King. Gina Prince Blythewood. I did not expect her to get in. Steven Spielberg wasn't even on the long list for director, so I mean that doesn't mean he can't get in at the Oscars because he got in at the Directors Guild, obviously, but it's not good. That's for sure. It shows he's not like top 2 or 3 for director. Yeah. Take off the Woman King and probably swap out Park Chan Wook. Actually, this will be quite a bit different than the Oscars, I think. No Baz Luhrmann. That makes me pleased. Yeah, a lot of people need to see Blonde. Yeah, it's based on a couple of fiction books, isn't it? Or is it just one? I can't remember. I just hear it's like very trying to think of the word. Graphic, I guess. I don't know. Unsettling. And a lot of people don't like that about it. But I mean, going if it wasn't like 3 hours long, I'm sure I would have just threw it on the day it got released. But that makes it harder to watch, especially when you hear so many mixed things about it. But if she ends up getting in at the Oscars, maybe I'll throw it on one day. But it's like, do I want to watch that or a 3 hour long movie that I know is good that I've heard good things about from everybody, kind of a thing? I'd rather watch that one. But yeah, interesting. They have two foreign directors and 1 woman. I'm sorry, just 1 woman. And I'm surprised it's well, kind of Gina Prince Blythewood. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen Woman King, so I was kind of the same way. It just didn't seem like a movie that would be an Oscar thing, but it's Viola, and everyone loves her, especially SAG. So I knew she was going to get in at SAG, even if the movie tanked everywhere else. All right, here's the best picture. I'm guessing we have Tar, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Oh yeah, there's only 5. I'm like, wow, they're already on E, doing it in like reverse alphabetical order in my brain. The Banshees of Inisherin, and of course, All Quiet on the Western Front. So awesome. I hope All Quiet gets in at the Oscars. Yeah, this is essentially exactly what I expected. I think The Fablemans did not make it in Best Picture, but it only got longlisted on 5 categories, and it only made it in. It got in screenplay and like one other one, I think. Was it cinematography or production design or something like that? I'll check really quick. Du-du-du-du-du-du-du. Yeah, BAFTA not so keen on The Fablemans. What the fuck was it? Gosh darn it. I'm just happy that The Whale got in everywhere I wanted it to. It wasn't gonna make the top 5 for Best Picture, but it got makeup, screenplay, actor, supporting actress. So that is neat. Where the hell is it? Or did it not make it anywhere else? It didn't make cinematography, make casting. It wasn't done shortlisted for editing. It didn't get in score. No John Williams for score. Yeah. I feel like I'm going insane looking for this. It's not a British film, obviously. Yeah, I got in for screenplay, and that's it. That's not good. Honestly, at that point, I'm surprised it even got in for screenplay. All right, cool. Yeah, yeah. It was it only was yeah screenplay. Dang it. Oh, teaching me. Yeah, I should know that because I do that at work constantly. You're happy. You're happy. Woman talking is dead. I haven't seen it, so I can't really say one way or the other. That's why I have people on here so they can keep track of things better than me. What was I doing? Gold Derby. Let's see how accurate my predictions were. All the ones I was actually paying attention to, like 5 out of 6, so that ain't so bad. Going to the Lords, clicking around the screen. Might as well kill 2 birds and do this at the same time. Um, where are you, BAFTAs? Why aren't you in alphabetical order? That would make it a lot easier. BAFTA Film Awards. On the very bottom, of course. Okay. View. Well, the best person got 46 correct at 54, which is pretty fucking good. My predictions. Hey, I was 34th place. I got 45 right. This is the best I've done on anything else this year so far. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm tied for whatever place that is because I got slightly less points than these guys, but we all got the same amount right. So I got the exact same amount right as the guy who runs this website. So that's pretty cool. I'll take that as a win. Best picture. I put in Top Gun, even though I knew they weren't going to go for Top Gun. Why the fuck did I do that? Whatever. Not surprised it didn't get in. It's Top Gun for God's sakes. Um, best actor. Yeah, I had Felix Kammerer, who's great in All Quiet on the Western Front. He's really really good. So I got 5 out of 6 there. Best director. Oh, I had Charlotte Wells for After Sun, and she didn't get in. So that sucks. So I I got the wrong female director in. I had After Sun, and they did Woman King instead, which is honestly kind of surprising considering how good After Sun is supposed to be, and it got in for other stuff. So 5 out of 6 ain't bad. Best actress, I got all of them right. Supporting actor. Oh, I had Ben Winshaw for Woman Talking. Yeah, that didn't get shit. So what was the supporting actor I got? I got the All Quiet supporting actor. I put him in there. Oh, it was the guy that I was debating between him and Eddie Redmayne. That's right. I don't know why I thought Ben Winshaw would get in because he hasn't gotten in anywhere else, but neither has that other guy who I didn't put in. So it makes just as much sense. So yeah, if Albrecht Schuss could get in at the Oscars and it was these 5, even if Eddie Redmayne got in, I'd be happy. I haven't seen The Good Nurse, but I hear he's great in it. Like everyone's like, "Oh, he's finally playing the role he should because he's creepy as hell, and he should always play a serial killer." So, Woman King deserves it. Oh, there we go. Woman Talking 0 nominate. Yeah, I can't believe it didn't even get screenplay. That's crazy. Well, that makes me feel better about The Whale getting in for Best Picture over it at the Oscars. So that's one good thing. Woman King deserves it. I mean, hey, I'll trust you. I haven't seen it yet. Maybe that'll get in for Best Picture at the Oscars, but I don't think it will. But honestly, if Woman Talking's not getting in, it might. And if Babylon is on the fence, the bottom, because there's 10 nominations for the Oscars, I'd say 7 of them are like locked. It's those other 3 that are like a mystery, and I think The Whale's gonna be one of them now after PGA. I don't think Black Panther and Glass Onion are getting in. Those are the other 2 from PGA, so I think it's gonna be like Everything Everywhere sneaking in, or not Everything Everywhere, but, All Quiet on the Western Front, and then maybe like Woman King or something like that for the last one. They're not gonna pick Glass Onion for fucking Best Picture if Knives Out didn't get in. They're not gonna have how many sequels would that be? They have Avatar, Glass Onion, Black Panthers. That'd be ridiculous. It'd be like 4 or 5 sequels in Best Picture this year. That is not gonna happen. That'd be weird. Hello, Mr. Oates. Thank you for coming. It always takes you a while, but eventually you come, right? That was a sex joke. Supporting actress, yeah. Amy Lou Wood. Oh, the lady from Living. That's the one I got wrong. And I forget who got in over her, but I knew I had the other 5 right, so I'll take it. Original screenplay, I had After Sun, so I missed one there. Oh, I didn't go for so the one thing they went for the Fablemans for, I got wrong. I put After Sun because I didn't think they put the Fablemans for anything because they obviously didn't like it very much. Adapted screenplay, I went 3 for 5. See, they didn't go for Women Talking or Glass Onion for screenplay. So, Living is in for sure at the Oscars. The Whale is in for sure at the Oscars. Women Talking probably will be at the Oscars, but who the fuck knows at this point? Glass Onion, same thing. This makes All Quiet look very good for adapted screenplay at the Oscars. I think this will be the 5 at the Oscars that get in. That's why I put those. So, yeah. But what was the other one? She said that could easily get in at the Oscars over Glass Onion or Woman Talking, apparently, or All Quiet at the Western Front. It's weird. That category is weird. Yeah, but that's let's be honest. That's the only 2 things it deserves. It already won its Oscar for its production design, and this movie's literally just an extension of the same thing. It's not like they designed that much new stuff. It's just kind of like slightly different looking characters. I saw, yeah, we saw. Was it yesterday we went to it? Tuesday. Took my kid to it. He did okay for considering it's like a fucking 3 hour long movie. He's only 5. He got a little antsy after about the first hour and a half, but I'll give him credit for that. Uh, saw it in 3D. Looked cool. I don't do 3D much. It was like the only reason to see a movie in 3D is for Avatar. But like halfway through it, I'm like, this is just every James Cameron movie rolled into one because it's like Avatar characters with giant robot mech suits like in Aliens, and it's a movie about aliens like Aliens, and then there's synthetic creatures like in Terminator, and then the third act, spoiler alert, a lot of it has to do with a sinking ship with characters inside of it. So it's like this is just every James Cameron movie all at once. It's all this movie is, and it just looks really, really pretty. So it's worth seeing for that. But you know, whatever. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Yeah, we know zero. Yeah, and WGA is even weird because so many things are ineligible, but for the Writers Guild, like Banshees isn't. I mean, it's an original, but Banshees is ineligible. So obviously, Everything Everywhere is going to win there, regardless. Women talking about apparently. Glad you're happy. I mean, I haven't seen Women Talking, so I have no opinion one way or the other. I'm just surprised at this point how pooped on that movie's gotten from how many nominations it was supposed to get originally. It didn't get any of its actresses in or its actor. It didn't. I mean, I'm talking like elsewhere. It's not getting like very many acting awards. It's getting just screenplay and score at best. That's probably what it's going to get at the Oscars. Maybe. There's no Batman to get in there, so might as well give Women Talking for score. I hear it's good. Animated feature, yeah, that was the easiest category out of all of them. That's why I bet 500 points instead of 100 because there's no way in hell it's going to be anything but those. For best casting, yeah, I had Banshees. I'm surprised Banshees missed that, considering it's the BAFTAs and all 4 actors got in. I'll take whatever. All Quiet on the Western Front's awesome. I'm glad that got in. It's just strange. That's everything, I guess. I don't think they have us predict like the shorts and the specific categories. So yeah, I'll take that. That's the best I've done so far this year on any award show predicting things wise. Yeah, exactly. Well, Tar doesn't even have a score. That's why it's ineligible. Tar has a score you can listen to apparently on Spotify that's like 25 minutes long, but none of the music is actually in the movie, and all of the music that Hilder, did for it is, like, the sound design. So the sound is really cool, but there's, like, no music in the movie. So the fact that it won score at the Critics' Choice is fucking ridiculous because there isn't any music in that movie. Like, literally, there's no music except for, like, the classical music they're playing in the scenes with the music. I don't know. Like, the one thing Babylon should be a shoe-in for is score, and it's like, how do you make the movie with no music win? Yeah, exactly. I mean, I haven't seen Triangle. I heard Triangle of Sadness is great and the cast is good. I'm just surprised Banshees didn't get in in general. It's a small that's like the reason I didn't think it would get in at the SAGs is because or it might not, because it only has 4 actors, and usually movies with only 3 or 4 actors, regardless of how many individual nominations they get, just don't get into ensemble. Like Power of the Dog last year has essentially 4 actors in it, really. And 3 of those 4 actors got nominated at the Screen Actors Guild Awards individually, but I still didn't make it into ensemble. But I got in at the Critics' Choice and at SAG, so whatever. It's a weird category. Like I said, one movie on there has 2 actors in it. After Son has like a dad and her and the daughter, and it's really all that's in the movie. But yeah, this is all I was just gonna do this today because it's easier than looking at a recording me like this and editing it later and all that hubbub. It's just, more fun to BS with a handful of you fine folks out there. So, yeah, tomorrow I'll, well, let me see, Tuesday is Oscar nomination morning day. So I will be starting at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm gonna be back on here. I'll BS for half an hour, maybe double check my predictions, uh, before the announcements, which are at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, 7:30 my time. So I'll be doing an Oscars live reaction, which will be more fun because it's during the video where they slowly reveal what gets nominated, and I'll get pissed off if something I really want isn't there. This I kind of knew it was going to show up already because of the long list, so I already was like mentally prepared of what's probably going to be there because 60% of what's on the list makes it. Yeah, and then so that'll be 8 a.m. Tuesday. I'll probably do a final Oscars prediction video tomorrow. Yeah, most likely. No later than Monday. And then well, maybe not tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll actually be on Mega Mike's The Movie Man's channel, doing our top 5 Tom Hanks films countdown thing. So that'll be cool because everyone likes Tom Hanks except for Tim here, who's watching. And I think no one will have my number one pick. I'll just say that. And then next Thursday, so a week from today at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'll be doing my next Oscar Best Picture nominee tournament for the decade of the movies that came out in 2000 and 2009. So the Gladiator year through the Hurt Locker year, put it that way. We'll be pitting 55 Best Picture nominees against each other to see what wins. We did the 90s a couple weeks ago, or last week, I guess, and 2 weeks apart. And then we did all the Best Picture nominees. So go check those out if you haven't. And even if you watch it for half an hour just to get the gist of it, it makes me feel good. But join in the chat. I'll try to pay some more attention to the chat next time when I do it. The problem is I get so into talking about the movies with everybody that I don't want to waste any more time reading 1,000 comments. But I at least try to acknowledge them and pop them up on occasion. I agree, Michelle Yeoh. Screenplay winners are always, not always, but usually, especially nowadays with the 10 movie category. WGA, yeah, WGA is going to be. I think that's like after the Oscar nominations, which is weird. As long as my number one is not Larry Crown. It's funny because earlier I was talking to fans of something, and I was like, I don't think anyone's going to pick my number one, and he's like, Larry Crown. So it's funny that you mentioned that. And no, I was like, I forgot that movie even existed. When hasn't the screenplay winner missed the Best Picture nomination? Yeah, 2000 or Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. There's one for you. That's the number one on I think of off the top of my head. But it should have been nominated for Best Picture. But that was a good year, 2004, which we'll be talking about on my stream next Thursday. 2004, fantastic year for Best Picture nominees. Yeah, but there's always a handful. Usually one or the other is at least nominated for Best Picture. Yeah. I feel like I'm forgetting. 2004 was the Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind year. The Best Picture nominees were Aviator, Million Dollar Baby, Sideways, which one adapted, Ray, and Finding Neverland. That was the five Best Picture nominees. So Eternal Sunshine probably should have been in there instead of, I would say, Finding Neverland. But I like that movie too. It's a good movie. It has a very good score. It was the only thing I picked for it to win, and it won, so I was happy. But we'll stop there before I ramble on for an hour and a half. Thanks for stopping by. I just wanted to look at the BAFTA nominees. I'm sure I'll look at them again later so I can refresh my memory. I'll be doing my final Oscar prediction video. Maybe I'll do it like this, either tomorrow if I have time. Might do it tomorrow morning, honestly, while my kids at school. Just so if you're up at 8 in the morning, maybe I'll be doing it again tomorrow. And then Tuesday, Oscar nomination morning, I'll be on here again. And then next Thursday night, I will be doing my tournament at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, go check out 4KD Ray's movie collection battle tonight. I believe it starts at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. And that's well, thank you, Spicy 4K Action. Thank you. Yeah. And I am, like I said, the undisputed champion of the movie collection battles. Look into it. It's true. I'm obviously it's a really big deal. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.